Okay, so this video is a response video to someone who posted my video about Lady Gaga's Muppet special. Uh, and he wrote quite a nice little uh, lengthy paragraph in regard to my video, asking some questions that I'm going to go ahead and answer right now. So, for those of you who've seen the video, I was talking about Lady Gaga and her bullshit-ass Thanksgiving special and how she was on there half-naked and fucking looking crazy and shit, and the bitch is just never gonna be famous and yada yada yada. Never as famous as she was, anyway. Ooh. Excuse me. So this guy goes on to say, he writes, "How can you judge a woman devil? I must say she donates $1 million to Hurricane Sandy victims to create an album for self-expression and acceptance." Okay, we're going to pause there and we're just going to start there. Now, I may have said she was the devil. I don't know. I don't really rewatch my videos like that because it's usually just a thought that I'm putting the fuck out there, and I say what I have to say. But if in fact, she may not be a devil herself, like straight up, but the bitch has some evil ass spirits on her, and you can't deny that. She's fucking, her aura is just all fucked up. Okay? You cannot deny that. And just because she donates millions of dollars to a fucking relief fund, like of a victims fund, that makes the bitch a saint? Like, oh, she's so holy because she just donates money. Let's see. She donated thousands of dollars to Japan Relief. She combats hate and violence, creates a foundation to stop hate and inequality. I mean, I respect opinions, but you should understand facts. And pause. Japan Relief, really? Okay, if you know anything about HAARP, and you probably don't, I think that you should look into that. HAARP, which is HAARP, stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. They can manipulate the weather. Now, Hurricane Sandy, better yet known as Superstorm Sandy, that destroyed like New Jersey and all of that shit. Yeah, I don't believe that that was just a natural disaster that just happened. I mean, it was a natural disaster, obviously, because it was weather, but I think that there was more to it than that. I think that it may have been created, or at least fostered a little bit, just like Japan and the whole Fukushima thing. And moreover, on the subject of relief funds, do you know how much money the people who need the relief, do you know how much money these people usually receive from these funds? Because it isn't much. I think like 60% of the profits that come from these relief funds are going back into the pockets of the people who started the foundation. That's why I don't fuck with relief funds. If I'm gonna give my money, I'm gonna go to Japan, or I'm gonna send my money to a fucking Asian or Japanese person myself. I'm gonna write the address and send them a check. It ain't gonna go through no damn fund because I know that my money is going to get to that person. Like, fuck a relief fund. Shit, you only making them people behind the scenes rich. And if you don't know that by now, then you really need to do some damn research and wake the fuck up. Which brings me to my next point. If you haven't seen the movie The Matrix, I urge you to see that. I feel like everyone nowadays has, but it should be a movie that is rewatched. Matter of fact, I feel like I should add it on my little Amazon to buy. But it is a movie that should be watched, and I mean watched like critically, because it definitely gives a view of how the world is for real, and how the majority of the people see the world, and how the world is sold to you in this fantasy, which is the Matrix. And that is where celebrities live. That is where reality TV lives. That's where Hollywood lives. That's where all the bullshit, that's where following your dreams lives. Like, chase your dreams. You could become a star. Just follow your dreams. That's where all that shit lives. See, you can't follow your dreams when you're awake. Because you understand what the fuck goes on in the world. And I'm talking about them dreams of like fame and superstardom and, the limelight dreams. Them kind of dreams. You can't follow that shit when you're awake, but when you sleep, oh yeah, follow it away. Because being a celebrity is it's what it's all about. So going on here, he says, I respect opinions, but you should understand facts. Sorry about that. I mean, devil, if she was into the stuff you say she would, why would she do that? She obviously seems to genuinely care and is trying to help others before herself. Okay. Now, if you know anything about true Hollywood, you know that there is symbolism left and right all throughout Hollywood. You can call it conspiracy, you can call it, be crazy, you can call it what you want. But when you know what you're looking at, it's there. And Lady Gaga, Miss fucking throwing up symbols left and right and doing, this, that, the other, and coming out with one eye. I know that bitch, it's quite obvious that the bitch is a puppet for the people pulling her strings. Like, she's pushing forth the agenda, which I actually think, and I saw this on the beginning of American Dad episode, which I wish I could, link in here, but it would be too much work for me. But it said, in association with the gay/Jewish media conspiracy, and I mean, if you really think about it, how true to that is it today? It's kind of true. But going back to Hollywood and symbolism, Freemasonry is one thing that surrounds the music industry and a lot of Hollywood. And if you know anything about the black and white tiles, that's something that is associated with Freemasonry, and that's something that you see a lot of in Hollywood. In fashion, in videos, you got black and white tiles, you got black and white stripes, clothing, and it essentially means duality. You've got two worlds. You've got your real world, you've got your matrix world. You've got the white tile and the black tile. The white tile is the tile that people be on when they're in front of the limelight. When you see them on TV, all dressed up, all fancy at the award show, all nice. That's the white tile. Well, on that black tile, that's when they doing that fucking undercover shit. They doing them rituals, and they be going to the mansion parties and get fucking freaky and having all that butt sex and drinking blood and all that kind of crazy shit. Okay? Because fame always comes at a price. And Lady Gaga did not get her rise to fame from just being this, brand new, hot, fresh-faced celebrity that was just so talented and can do all that. And I mean, I've even seen videos of Lady Gaga back in the day playing the piano. She had skills, don't get me wrong, but them skills that she had back in the day are not the same skills that she's using to sell herself as an artist currently. Do what you want to my body. Okay? It's quite obvious what her current goal is. The bitch wants fame and money. I mean, she said it in the song. She lives for the applause, the applause, applause. Okay? She makes it quite obvious. And she creates albums. What did he say? She creates albums about self-expression and acceptance. Do what you want to my body. So, okay, what do we say here now? Moving on. He says, and Do What You Want is a song about the press, how your voice is an expression of yourself, and the world may try to stop your voice, so do what you want with my body. I don't know how you gathered all that from a song about do what you want to my body. Especially if you've seen the fucking Saturday Night Live shit where that bitch was straddling R. Kelly. Do what you want to my... So pretty much you're saying you are submitting to the person, this person, could be man, woman, animal, whatever. You're submitting to this person to let them do what they want to you. Pee, poop, punch me in the face, give me a donkey punch, do what you want to my body. That's what your song is expressing. And not only that, but let's look further into the song. You got fucking R. Kelly out of all motherfuckers featured on this album. The nigga whose last known fucking Hollywood claim to fame is pissing on a teenage girl. So we tied that into your song. I guess R. Kelly has that freedom to do that too, huh? He could pee on me if you want. Do what you want to my body. What you want to my body. Like, fuck that. His song about fucking how the press may try to... Fuck the press. Fuck the media. Because they're all working for the fucking government, okay? And if you don't know that, again, you need to wake up because you are living in that Matrix world. It may seem all nice and pretty, but yeah, no. Moving on in your response. I respect your opinion, but there should be more research before jumping to conclusions. Yes, there are crazy outfits, but there's a purpose for each outfit. Just like there's a purpose for Nicki Minaj's crazy-ass wigs, I'm so sure. Whether it's a metaphor like the meat, an expression of don't ask, don't tell, if we don't fight for what we believe, we will be as valuable as the meat on our bones. I feel like the world jumps to too many conclusions. To quickly bash things as she does, everyone makes mistakes. Well, I'm glad that you admit that her meat dress was a mistake, because that's not a way to get don't ask, don't tell repealed. And don't get me wrong, I am a gay man. I am one who would say I find men attractive. I find women attractive too, but I primarily find men attractive. But my whole stance, I am very much apolitical, first and foremost. I don't identify with Democrat, Republican, Liberal, none of that bullshit, because it's all the same shit to me. And it's all bullshit. If you join the Army, if you know what you're getting into, I don't feel like it is wrong that you need to not talk about gay shit in the Army. That's just my opinion. The Army is fucking hard as fuck. It's bad enough that we got motherfucking bitch niggas running around here left and right these days who can't even say what the fuck is on their mind because they're too afraid of offending somebody. So if you know going into the Army or whatever that you need to keep your shit on the low, keep your motherfucking shit on the low, period. And I'm sure a whole bunch of gays are going to disagree with that, but I don't give a fuck. Like, that's just how I feel. Yeah, wearing meat to an award show is just fucking retarded. Lady Gaga is nothing but a fucking puppet for the music industry who, sure, maybe she can choose that she wants to wear meat some days, but at the end of the day, she's still going to do what the fuck her record label tells her to do. If she wants to get them paychecks, if she wants her own perfume line, if she wants to keep putting out those videos, she's going to do what the fuck she needs to. She's going to go to her rituals and stuff. So yeah, so yes, I do believe that. The bitch has wicked ass spirits on her. I'm sorry, don't nobody be on stage performing like this. Fucking eyes fucking wide open like she's fucking cracked out. I'm sorry, that's not normal. And if you know anything about motherfucking MK Ultra and mind control, you should look that shit up because the shit is real. And Roseanne Barr, you know Roseanne, big fat Roseanne from back in the day, she even talks about that shit to add some validity to what the fuck I'm talking about because the shit is real. And these artists get into that shit, or once you get into the industry, at some point in your career, you're going to have to get down with that shit. And once you're in, you're in. Which brings me to a topic that I will talk about towards the end of this video, but I want to finish this response video, or this response letter. So, he goes on to say, but I don't see you making a video about Miley Cyrus promoting drug uses in songs, half-naked tongue, etc., doing even worse things to kids who still this day follow her. Now, I, for the longest time, was trying to refrain from doing a video about motherfucking Miley Cyrus, but I guess this is going to be the video that I have to do about her. because I don't want to give this bitch any more shine than everyone has already given her, okay? We have all seen the VMAs. We just saw her twerking her little flat, narrow, white ass off on old-ass Robin Thicke. I mean, we saw her little tongue. Like, the bitch is singing about doing Molly and knowing Molly like the bitch's middle name is Molly. We saw that. Like, I really don't want to talk about her because we get it. But I felt the need to talk about Lady Gaga because the bitch was hot. Like, she blew the fuck up back in the day, and now she's struggling to stay famous. And I feel like she's doing everything she can to stay fucking relevant, just like Justin Bieber. But back to Miley Cyrus, because you mad I didn't do a video about her. But I guess this is going to have to be the video that I do about Miley Cyrus. Now, again, we all saw Miley Cyrus twerking it and fucking... She's practically the one who brought twerking to its point that it is today. Hashtag. Yeah, we can thank her for that shit. Now the bitch thinks that she's like somewhat black or something, trying to be hood left and right. And I wish she would stop fucking with Mike Will Made It and all these other fucking niggas trying to like give her props, who I'm sure she's just blowing left and right. I'm sure her daddy's so proud. Which, by the way, Billy Ray Cyrus, like that, he can't say shit because the motherfucking music industry owns that bitch. They own her. Billy Ray Cyrus cannot do shit about, like, if they want her to twerk her ass off, you know, fucking in the middle of the ocean on a platform in front of a bunch of old men. Like, he can't say shit. Yeah, Miley Cyrus, like, I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her at all. I've heard her album. Some of her songs are catchy. And for those of you who don't like them, I get it, you know. But, yeah, I don't think Miley Cyrus is worth talking about because we know the bitch is a train wreck. The bitch is the modern day fucking Britney Spears. She just ain't shaved her damn head yet. You know, she's like, yeah, we all know the bitch is crazy. But she doesn't need any more motherfucking shine, I feel like. But going on to pretty much Hollywood as a whole. So the other day, one of my coworkers was asking me, not me, but they asked a general question. We were watching TV. They were talking, I said, Miley Cyrus song came on, and I said, I want to give that bitch a swift, like, running punch to the face. Like, I'm talking like I see her in the distance and just start charging for that bitch and just boom, and like uppercut her. And I'm talking about like Mortal Kombat, uppercut this bitch like through the roof to the next level, like rocks. That's what I wish I could do to her. And it pisses me off, and I guess this is the main reason why I'm doing this video, is because people, mostly people who are asleep and just are living in this retarded fantasy world, defend these celebrities like they know them. Like, oh, they're just my best friend. Like, you know, they're such a good person because they donate funds and, you know, they've done so much. They just seem so cool on TV. Okay. Yeah, you just know them so much, huh? Because you know their first and middle name, and you know when they was born, and you just know so much. You only know what the fuck they shared with you. What is part of this fucking media machine. You just know that much. You know what they want you to know, okay? And it pisses me off that these people defend these celebrities like they know who they are. And it's like, a lot of these celebrities get into the game at a young age. And like I said, once you are in like that, you are in. You are going to these rituals, you are going to the late night shit, whether you like it or not, because if you want to keep making that money, you are going to do it. And which is one of the main reasons why half these celebrities be going crazy, because once you get to a certain point, it's like, do you want to keep going higher? Or do you just want to fucking just, that's it for your career. You are now become nothing. And Most of these bitches are so fucking limelight hungry that they're gonna do whatever it takes to stay famous. I mean, you know, look at Britney Spears, look at Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera. Oh, excuse me. Those are the main ones currently. And I mean, look at Kelly Rowland, look at Sierra, look at Beyonce. Like, at some point in your career, and personally, in my opinion, I feel like once you get to the point where you need to sell your body as your way, like that's your way of selling records and selling your image and selling concert tickets, is you need to sell your body and like show off all that, you fucking sold out. Because you are now saying to the public, you have no talent, you do not have enough talent to sell records just on what God gave you alone, which you want to show off this, that, and the other, because that's what Hollywood wants you to do, which is essentially what everyone has done. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Lady Gaga's now invoking Venus. The bitch thinks she's fucking Venus and shit, and she is not cute. Lady Gaga is not sexy. She's not someone I would even classify as a pretty person, a woman. And I've seen some fucking hot girls. I've seen fucking beautiful women. Lady Gaga is nowhere near that. Like, no. So now she's selling her body too, just like everyone else is, because that's what's cool and that's what gets record sales in this current age of our sexual revolution. Just like Miley Cyrus is. I mean, the bitch was sitting up on a wrecking ball butt-ass naked and fucking licking a sledgehammer like it was a fucking penis. That one's not phallic at all. Good for Miley Cyrus because she's breaking out and she's growing into her womanly, she's doing what she wants. Okay, yeah. And her daddy can't say shit. No, her record company is telling her to do that. Because that's what's going to make them money. Because once you have signed a contract with the record company, you pretty much sold yourself, and they own you. And they're going to tell you what the fuck they want you to do. Because it's going to make them money, and I mean, it'll make you a little money on the side. But it's going to make them money first, because they're first and foremost. See, that's what most fans and most people who follow this artist fail to realize. There's people on top of it. It's all a pyramid, which is why pyramids are so fucking prominent in Hollywood. It's all a pyramid, and they're at the top. You, the artist, you may start out at the bottom, and you may even fucking rise to a couple of levels up, but you'll never attain the top level. That even goes for fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce, like power celebrity couples. They ain't at the top calling shots like that. They may have worked their way up, but no. No. Them motherfuckers are still just as disposable as motherfucking Brittany Murphy. Boop. If anything, the fact that they die, if they were to die, would cause even more record sales and generate more revenue because they're worth more. It would be even more of an uproar. Lady Gaga, she might be a part of that 27 Club. Like, she might die around, just like Jimi Hendrix and fucking Janis Joplin and Jim Morrison and Amy Winehouse. I don't know who else, but you know the 27 Club. She might be part of that shit. And yeah, it'll be sad and shit. She may die somewhat of a legend because she spoke for gay rights, but the bitch is just another face of Hollywood. It won't be long before someone else rises past her, speaking up for the gays. It'll only be a matter of time, and Lady Gaga will be forgotten. Okay. So yes, I stand firm on how I feel about Lady Gaga, and it is what it is. I mean, let's look at the cold hard truth here. I mean, you can't deny facts. And I'm talking about real facts. I ain't talking about that bullshit. She donated motherfucking millions to those relief funds. You tell me how many Japanese motherfuckers receive Lady Gaga money. And then we can talk about that. Then we can argue that. Until then, no. Marcus Moments. Peace the fuck out.